Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Let Me Take You Down to the River.
Some days I can't say why I'm feeling lonely, and some days I am too proud to ask for help, and I stumble through the noise trying to find some peace. A stranger in the crowd, I lose myself. So I walk down to the river where the troubles, they can't find me. Let the waters there remind me the sun will be there when we wake. I walk down to the river, though I might not understand it. It's not always as we planned it, but we grow stronger when we break. So I walk down to the river. I walk down to the river. This raging world can get so overwhelming, looking for a meaning when it won't make sense. In my head it's getting loud, like I can't outrun this cloud. No matter where I go, there I am. So I walk down to the river where the troubles, they can't find me. I let the waters there remind me the sun will be there when we wake. I walk down to the river, though I might not understand it. It's not always as we planned it, but we grow stronger when we break. So I walk down to the river. I walk down to the river. Let the calm pull me under, far beyond the thunder, and tell me it will all be okay. And let the waves take on my worries, conquer them with fury. Give me shelter, be my escape. I walk down to the river where the troubles, they can't find me. Let the waters there remind me the sun will be there when we wake. I walk down to the river, though I might not understand it. It's not always as we planned it, but we grow stronger when we break. So I walk down to the river. I walk down to the river. I walk down to the river. I walk down to the river, to the river, to the river. I walk down, to the
the track River by the artist Josh Groban, setting us on our way this evening with this week's theme. Now, it's Monday. Are you ready for a chortle to start the week? Well, with the Angel Comedy Night that runs between the two venues the Camden Head and the Bill Murray. No, not that one. This one is a venue in Islington. Anyway, between the Bill Murray and the Camden Head is the Angel Comedy Club. And they've got comedy not just this Monday, but 7 nights a week. So this week, you can chortle each day. Okay, now, even though you may be doing a week of chortling, I'm sure you'll want some music gigs in the mix too.
Yes, please. Where's it on? I want to go now.
Just wait a minute, because I'm about to tell you.
Where's it on? I want to go now.
Oh, slow down. Because this Wednesday, at the Jazz Cafe, it's Bobby Rush. The track Take Me to the River by the artist Bobby Rush, who's on at the Jazz Cafe Camden Town this Tuesday, the 9th of April. Make sure you take your time if you're heading down for that one. Now, this week's interview comes from Ad Edwards of the band Adrenaline Animals. And Camden Town Radio caught up with him when he called into our studio. Okay, I'm here with Ad Edwards from the band Adrenaline Animals. Thanks for coming in, Ad, today and talking to Camden Town Radio.
No problem, mate. Yeah, good to be here. And thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And do you want to tell us a bit about the band? I believe it's a three-piece.
Yeah, so we're a three-piece punk rock, kind of like, you know, maybe like reminiscent to like the Sex Pistols, the Clash.
Yes.
Got a bit of kind of like modern kind of Arctic Monkeys vibes in there, and kind of like an Oasis kind of, you know, swagger on the top of it all. Either way, it's all good about good. We listen to good music, proper bands.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of literally, we're not trying to create something different. We're just doing it from what we've listened to over the years. You get what I mean?
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, would you describe yourselves as punk rock influence?
I'd say, yeah, punk rock, mate. Yeah,
Yes.
I reckon it's definitely punk rocky. I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely got like a...
Are you maybe like a mixture between Oasis and Towers of London or something like that?
Yeah, man. Towers of London are quite, you know, they're very out there, good band. Donny's a good guy. Oasis, obviously, a massive band, and they're obviously a big influence on a lot of bands that are out there.
Yeah.
And even if they like to think that they are or not, they are. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
So
Yes.
without even realising, you know, they are the...
Wow.
They literally have ruled it for the last 20 years.
That's right.
Yeah.
So influences from both really.
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
The sound. All right, that's great. And do you want to introduce your other bandmates?
So, Alex Coombe is the bass player. He's my best friend.
Yes.
Mark Fenley is the drummer. He's my other best friend. So we're a band of brothers, and that's what we literally, the whole band is based on about being brothers.
Yes.
Do you get
Yes.
what I mean? And I think that's important, you know,
Yeah.
regardless to how good somebody is. I mean, Alex, the bass player, he's developed into becoming brilliant
Right. Yes.
because we stood by him because he's so, like, it's his band. Do you get what I mean?
Yes, makes sense.
He's like, doesn't feel like he's just like he's joined our band. It's
Right.
his band. He runs the ship.
Yes.
But even though he couldn't really play the bass when he started, he's now unbelievable.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
And Mark, the drummer, you know, he joined us a little bit after. Actually, it's me and Alex that started it.
Right.
But Mark, the drummer, was already brilliant. But even then, he still had a lot of work to do. And now he
Yes.
rehearses every day on his own. He's got his own rehearsal room home.
Okay.
And now he's like, I'd say he's in the top 10 drummers in the world at the moment.
All right.
In my opinion, I stand by that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I mean that. When you hear him properly,
Yes.
you will see what I mean. He's that dedicated, he's that determined.
Yes.
He's got his rudiments are brilliant, his paradiddles are bang on, he's got the best drum beats, he's got the best signature, he's got flair,
Yeah.
he's got everything that you want from a drummer to make a song stand out that makes it different to any other band.
All right.
And that's
yes.
why he's so good.
Yeah. So you've really worked on your craft too.
Yeah, mate, absolutely.
Big
We're
going,
going to
mate.
be one of the biggest bands ever, mate, I'll tell you that.
Yes. And did you say your guitar and vocals?
I'm guitar vocals,
Yes.
yeah, it's a songwriter. You know, I've still got a lot of work to do on my, you know, my vocals and my guitar playing, but I'm still pretty good. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
that
And
makes-
my songwriting is top class. You know, I've got over 300 songs.
Yes.
I stand by that. You know, I'm
Yes.
prolific. I write songs about actual things, not about made up stuff. I actually write songs that are real, that have actually happened in my life or someone's life that I can see around. And I think that
Yes.
when you write like that, I think people can relate to it because it's honest.
Yes.
There's no point trying to if you're lying about something and you make it up. And how can somebody relate to that?
It makes sense.
You know what I
So
mean?
your songs are very much about your experiences within the band and in life.
Exactly, mate. You know, and
Life
that's
generally.
it. And I think you
Yes.
can't really go much wrong with that. You know,
No,
and it
it's,
comes natural to write that way. For me, I don't
Yes.
write songs for anybody else but myself to get stuff out of my head,
Yes.
to deal with my demons and kick them up the arse.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean? And then when I kick them
yeah.
up the arse, I write a song about it, and then we go and smash it with a band.
That's it.
And then I've dealt with that demon.
Yes. Oh, that
You know
makes
what I mean?
sense.
And
Yeah.
he's been kicked over the hedge and down the road out of the
Yes.
way. You know what I mean?
Yes, that makes sense. And in terms of songwriting, do all of you tend to write separately, or some of you together? How's that?
No, to be honest with you, I write all the songs.
Yes, okay.
But I've got a formula of my songwriting style.
Right.
But when we go into the rehearsal room, it changes. It's almost like Nirvana unplugged.
Okay.
That's me on acoustic.
Yes.
And then I'll see if I can describe it. It doesn't sound like Nirvana, by the way, but you can imagine Kurt Cobain on acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
But when he goes to the band, it's grunge.
Okay, yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you've heard acoustic versions, and it's the same way. Because when I go to the band, Mark puts his signature drums down on it.
Yes. Yes.
And he's got he knows how my songwriting works, so he puts his formula over my formula.
Yes.
And Alex is absolutely brilliant at structures.
Oh, right.
So he'll come in and he'll kind of maybe change the structure a bit.
Yes.
And like make it sound like, even though it's got to a point now where we all know what's coming, because we've got a similar style. The songs are very similar, you know, and it's like they don't sound the same, but we've got the same kind of writing techniques.
Oh, I see. Yes. So you come up with the initial idea, and then the others add their input.
It's like I'll come up with a sketch.
Yes.
And then they will paint the bigger picture.
Okay, yes.
And the full portrait is then portrayed.
Yes.
That is a great way of putting it.
Yes.
I'll take that. Yes.
You can use that as a quote, certainly.
I like that, mate. I like that one. I'm having that.
Yeah. That's, I think music has a lot of parallels with art and how things are put together.
It is art, mate. It's more
sure.
than art. It's a passion. It's a piece of life that you need to get out of your system.
Yes.
Life without music would be a mistake.
Well, that's certainly a very well-known quote, yes. Okay, so I believe the band has played around Camden before?
Yeah, mate, yeah. So I played my first ever gig. Me personally, when I was 18, I was in another band, my first ever band. Right. I played my first ever gig at the Monarch.
Okay, yeah.
In Camden. So then, funny enough, like years later, when I moved down to London properly, and because I'm from North Wales, the other two bandmates, Alex and Mark, are from London.
Okay.
So, but then when we formed the Adrenaline Animals, we played our first ever band gig at the Monarch as well.
Oh, right.
So like it was almost like, and then so we smashed that gig. It was unreal. It was a brilliant gig. It was Mark, the drummer's, first proper gig to a big audience. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It wasn't a big audience, but like 200 people in there.
Yes,
and
it does.
was still decent enough for him because he'd never really played proper gigs before. So,
No.
But we've got a gig coming up on the 6th of April. We are playing at the Monarch.
All right.
It's Camden all day. Camden Rocks.
Yes.
It's like a fringe thing for the Camden Rocks Bonanza. I think he's just like showcasing bands or whatever it was.
That's right, yes.
It's nice to be part of it, man. I just, at the end of the day, I don't really know much about it, if I'm honest. But
yes,
I know that I love the venue, and I think that it'd be a good chance for us to play, a good gig to people that are from Camden and like in the music scene,
Yeah, no, that sounds great. Yes, I'll just explain to our listeners that Camden Rocks, the company behind the Camden Rocks Festival, which takes place in the summer, they also put on other events such as the Towers of London event we covered a couple of weeks ago, and so it sounds like the April event is going to be a similar all-day rock event.
All-day rocker bonanza.
Yes.
Yeah, mate.
And what was the date again?
It's the 6th of April.
The 6th of April,
yeah. So it's Saturday night. We're on about, I think we're on about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
All right.
But there's a list of bands playing, and to be honest, I don't really check bands out. But the other night I was kind of at home, I was just chilling, having a couple of cans, and I listened to them all, and they're all brilliant. I'm sitting there thinking, this is going to be a great night.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah.
I genuinely went away and listened to them the other day, and I thought, you know what? There's some great bands
on
the scene at the moment. The music scene in London and in Camden, in the UK at the moment, is, people think it's dead. It's not. It's thriving, man.
I think it is.
Some great bands,
I think it is. I mean, I think it's always been ticking along, but I think I've noticed in Camden recently things seem to be on a bit of an upturn. I think
it's on the up, mate. It's big. It's great. And what I love about it is, I go to a gig and watch another band. I've just been to a gig now to watch my friend's band, JW Paris. They're a brilliant band. When you get there, there's loads of other members of other bands all there to support.
Yeah, that's right.
Their fellow bands, mates, friends, bands, and that's what it's all about.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So it's like 1977 all over again, like the good old punk scene,
Yeah.
And I think it's good. I think in like 20 years' time they'll be writing about this story.
Hopefully.
Like they're writing about, like the whole myth behind all that. Then they'll be doing the same thing here, mate. You watch.
Yeah.
And we're going to be one of the biggest bands to come out of that.
Yeah, well, yes, we certainly wish you the best with that.
Mate, yeah, that's all right, mate. Thanks, man.
Yes, and I believe you're going to be playing at the Camden Rocks Festival in the summer as well, is that
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I can't remember exactly what the details are for that at the moment. But,
Yes.
But I know we're definitely doing it. But I think I'm not sure if we're playing at Dingwalls. I think.
Okay.
Playing,
All right.
They play in each different venues, don't they?
That's right, yes, it goes all
So,
around
yeah,
Camden
so,
Town, different...
I can't remember exactly what the details are, if I'm honest with you, mate.
Yes.
But we did a good gig last week. We played at the Camden Assembly.
Ah, yes,
We
yes.
supported Pretty Vicious. You know, Pretty
Oh,
Vicious.
yes, we've heard of them, yes.
So it was a sold out gig, and it was a great night. It was our first gig of the year properly,
Right.
and so that was another great Camden night. And Pretty Vicious are smashing it at the moment, and
Yes.
it was good. It was an honour to support them on their sold out show. It was really good.
Yes. Have you been joining them on any other tour dates? Or?
Yeah, to be fair, so we've done a lot of gigs with them, they're like a family to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Okay, yes.
I've known them for a very long time, but they're about to release their album.
Right.
So we're hoping to be playing on their album tour.
Okay.
No, nothing's been confirmed yet, but
Yeah,
obviously it's
yeah.
been spoken about amongst the band and the management.
Yes.
But obviously it's down to agents as well. So
Yes, to work it out.
yeah, obviously we need to confirm everything. I'm not going to say that we've definitely got the tour, but I
Right.
reckon it's definitely on the cards.
Yes, you're hoping to...
Yeah, because the lead singer lives with me as well, so we live together.
Oh, right, okay, so
Yeah.
you can
You know
discuss
what I mean?
it
Yeah, exactly.
over
You know
some
what I mean?
beer
Yeah, exactly.
later in the evening, yes. All right, that's great. And I believe you have an up-and-coming EP coming out.
Yes, mate. So we've been recording at Mono Valley Studios in Monmouth, South Wales,
Oh, yes.
and
There's been quite a lot of famous things going.
yeah,
Go on there.
Queen have been there, obviously Oasis, and
Yeah.
loads of other bands have been there. In fact, the list's endless, and it's a beautiful place. It's a residential studio. For those who don't know it, it's a residential studio. It's just where you can make magic there, and,
Yeah.
and we went there for. I think it was like 9 days before, and we recorded like 10 brilliant songs.
Yeah.
So we're going back there again on the 29th of April for 5 days,
All
or
right.
6 days, or whatever it is.
Yes.
And we're going to be recording another 5 or 6 songs. We're going to finish the album off there.
Yes.
But we are releasing, we've already released one song, one video that's online. It's called This Is England.
Okay.
If you go on YouTube or Facebook, it's
Yep.
on there. But what we decided to do is to kind of re-release that on a vinyl,
Yes.
10-inch vinyl, with our next release, which is a double A side. We're going to release. We've got 2 new videos, and plus 2 other B-side tracks. So there's going to be 5 songs
Yeah.
on the EP. And there's 2 new videos coming out. It's going to be a 10-inch vinyl. That's going to be released on the 24th of May.
Yes.
And we're going to be playing. We're doing a festival in South Wales in Merthyr Tydfil with Black Grape and Cast
Okay.
and Neville Staples from the Specials, and we're going to be kind of launching our new singles at that big gig there. We're on the main stage.
Yes.
It's kind of like my hometown kind of thing, so it's
Right.
it's a big event for me. You know what I mean?
That's where you grew up?
Well, no, I wouldn't say I grew up. To be honest with you, I kind of lied there. It's not my hometown, but
Right.
it is my hometown.
Ah.
I live there, but my hometown's up in North Wales.
Right.
But Pretty Vicious live there in Merthyr Tydfil.
Okay.
And I lived there with them for so long, and I knew them before I moved to London.
Yes.
And I've got more friends and loved ones down in Merthyr Tydfil
Okay.
than I have kind of up in my own town. So
that
it's
makes
not
sense.
actually my... I'm like the adopted son
Right.
to Merthyr. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
So I got a much bigger kind of reach and fans and friends
Yes.
down in Merthyr Tydfil than I have in my hometown.
That makes sense. Yes. Yeah. Now I know there used to be a lively music scene in Wales. What's it like these days?
Mate, it's brilliant. There's so many brilliant bands out there. There's like you got the bigger bands like the Phonics and the Manics and all that, and
Yeah.
but you've also got like at the moment obviously Pretty Vicious. I've mentioned them a few times today because they are massive at the moment. They are
Yes.
doing it, and you got bands like Florence Black who are very good friends of mine. They're smashing it. They've supported some big acts. They're on tour all the time. You've got a band called Al Moses who supported Pretty Vicious recently as well, and
Yes.
with us. You've got Tracy Island who are very good.
Oh yes.
You've got the Dole Age who are brilliant. You've got Diggs who's absolutely banging.
Yes.
And there's the whole vibe down in Merthyr Tydfil. There's a reason why I kind of fell in love with Merthyr.
Yeah.
The amount of bands that are having it down there.
Oh,
is
right.
For me, that's what's all about it, and bands getting together and just,
Yeah.
you know, befriending each other and doing it for the love of music. There's no competition in music.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Although we are the best band, but there's no competition in music.
Yeah. Okay. We can get where you're coming from there.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm jesting.
Yeah. Right. Well, I guess then it's sort of a natural progression when bands have been playing around the scene in Wales to come to London and be playing around here as well.
Yeah, definitely, mate. You know, I think London's the place to be, and it's the capital of, you know, it's one of the capitals of the world, really, if you think about it. You know, I know it's the capital of, of England, but really it's one of the capitals of the world.
Yes. Well, certainly in terms of music as well.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? You think about it like that, and I think, you know, we have this country is England is, you know, and UK has produced some of the biggest bands ever. Well, look at the Beatles, the Rolling Stones,
That's right.
the Sex Pistols, you know, and
Yes.
there's so many. America can't even compete with it. And we're only a tiny little island.
No, that's right. It's a great heritage.
Yeah,
Certainly.
Well put. Great heritage. Yeah.
We've touched on some of your influences. Are there any other bands and artists who you particularly? Yes.
But I like Baby Shambles.
Oh yeah.
Pete Doherty's very good.
Yes.
You know, his whole the Libertines thing, Baby Shambles, his own, you know, his own solo stuff. I like his honesty. He's like honest songwriting.
Yeah.
I think that obviously Oasis is a massive part of my you know, definitely my structure in my writing and my solos, guitar playing.
Okay. So no Gallagher an influence?
Yeah, massively.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Huge, more than Liam really. You know,
Right.
As a structural, you know, he's 4/4 in it. It's bang on. Like.
Yes. Yes.
ABBA's another big one. I know people probably laugh, but
Yeah.
I think ABBA's songwriting is absolutely fantastic.
Well, that certainly can't be.
You can't be. It's the
question
best
now.
pop. It's best pop, isn't it? It's not
right.
that I'm a pop band, but I like the actual the structures
Yeah,
of the songs.
the
You know what I
songs,
mean?
yes,
And
oh,
the
yes.
bridges, the choruses,
Wow.
proper. They got, you know, lots of pre-choruses going on there, lots of,
Yeah.
you know,
And they're still the test of time. I mean, people are still
timeless, isn't it?
singing them
It's timeless.
now.
Timeless music, mate.
Yeah.
And I think Fleetwood Mac are another big influence.
Oh yes.
I was brought up around, you know, the Clash, the Buzzcocks, Stiff
Yes.
Little Fingers, and I'm very lucky that my mum and dad, you know, had a big taste. My dad's a record collector, vinyl collector, so I was always forever introduced to lots of different unique bands that you probably have never heard of. You know.
Okay. Yes.
You probably would have done, but I mean, a lot of people wouldn't to this
Right.
day. But
Yes.
so there's a lot of greatest hits that you know, that's been a big inspiration for me,
Okay.
as well as, you know, I'm very into Eminem.
Right. As well.
So like my songs have got kind of that rap kind of
Oh, okay.
very fast poetry, internal rhyming.
Right.
I like to rhyme everything, you know. So Eminem's been a big influence, and
Yes.
Dr. Dre, as well as rock, you know, kind of mix
Right.
rap and rock.
So within the songs there is a spoken element.
Oh yeah, massively, yeah, huge.
In the vocals.
Yeah,
Okay.
rhythm and poetry, rap. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, that's. Yeah. Well, the fans will have to come down and check out the gigs to
Come
find
and
out
check
exactly.
us out, the 6th of April, the Monarch, come on out
Yes.
large of us.
Find out what it's all about. Certainly.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much, Ad, for coming in to speak to Camden Town Radio today. It's been great to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me, mate. It's been nice to talk to you, and I hope that we could come and do like a live acoustic show or a full band show for you in the near future. And I hope that everyone who's listened has enjoyed my interview, and would like to come down and watch us at the gig, because you know it's going to be a good thing for the town, and you're going to have a good night, and it's going to be absolutely banging. Okay, so this is Ad Edwards from the Adrenaline Animals on Camden Town Radio. Thank you for the fans for the support. Keep listening to our music, keep supporting real live music, and I hope to see you down on the 6th of April at the Monarch in Camden. Thank you. Keep rocking.
Adrenaline Animals there with the track Sailed Away, performed live at the Dublin Castle at their show there. And thanks once again to Ad Edwards from the band for joining us on Camden Town Radio. As mentioned in the interview there, you'll find them at the Merthyr Rising Festival 2019, which takes place from the 24th to the 26th of May. So what's on this Wednesday? Well, as night time falls, you may want to
take me down to the river.
Oh, okay. The night is calling. track, The Night Is Calling, by the band MF Robots.
Take me down to the river.
And you'll find them at the Jazz Cafe this Wednesday, the 10th of April. Now, before we go this week, just time for a bit of science. What is it that keeps water in a river? Well, the answer is gravity. Oh, there's the bell. Oh, hi, Chrysta. Oh, it's just my friend Chrysta has popped round. And that reminds me, this Thursday, the 11th of April, if you head down to Dingwalls, Camden Town, you'll find not Chrysta Berg, but Chrysta Bell. My name's Howard J. Foster. This has been Keep Your Feet on the Floor. This one's called Gravity. Keep rocking.
Your old Chevrolet took my breath away with memories of your backseat. My Jaguar is a faster car, twice the power you have over me, and I'm moving on to destiny, leaving behind what isn't meant to be, into the blue with gravity. The only thing still holding me, -10 and counting down to leave this town and my mistakes, and I'm no lonely heart, I'm no pioneer on the new frontier. No, I just loved you, babe, but I'm moving on to destiny, leaving behind what isn't meant to be, into the blue with gravity. The only thing still holding me, black guitar strings are rusted, lyric sheet not to be trusted, but anyway, there's not that much to say. Big brown suitcase almost empty, I took the leather boots you lent me anyway, you know why they were made. Desert sunset, open freeway, credits roll and the picture fades. Anyway, you were entertained. Somewhere else is where
Keep rocking.